Hi, welcome. Welcome to the full moon for July 2021 update. It's a really special new full moon. It's sacred, it's powerful, it's Guru Purnima. It happens once a year this time of year, and it's really bringing us liberation, spiritual liberation, and the ability to focus very deeply. A really interesting combination. Look, the energy has been really mixed lately, I want to say, just because of the position of Saturn and some of the planets opposing Saturn opposing some of the planets that may have made you feel like you're ready to go, and really kind of holding you back and making things go slower than you want them to go. Well, Saturn's the planet of truth or consequences. I'm going to talk about that too in this update and how to navigate that. But I promise you, really, as of this full moon, we've, a lot of the motivation, a lot of the inspiration, a lot of your being able to use your inspired actions and do something is coming back to you as well. I'm Prema Gurreri, Vedic Astrologer, Consciousness Coach, and it's my pleasure to serve you and help you to chart your path. Look, this energy we have is always good for something, and when you know what it's good for, you can move with it instead of moving against it. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the updates. I'm always here to help you to make the best use of this energy so you can move with it. So this full moon is happening in Capricorn in Vedic Astrology, yes, the sidereal zodiac, and it is a sacred day called Guru Purnima, and it's happening in the nakshatra, the lunar mansion. This is a particular place within Capricorn called Uttara Ashada, and this is about worshiping the Guru Purnima energy is about worshiping the Guru, the light within, as well as honoring your spiritual teachers, honoring your guides. And sometimes that's a coach, sometimes that's a friend, whoever is helping you to light your spiritual path. The guru, the greatest guru, is inside each and every one of us. And this full moon gives the power to really shine that light, that spiritual light within, and help you to see your own path too, help you to trust yourself more. This is called the universal star in this placement. Its symbol is an elephant tusk, and that's representation of Lord Ganesha. Ganesha brings us the blessings we need to move through our obstacles. And it also brings the blessings on starting a new activity. It's a wonderful thing to chant. And when I taught a lot of yoga, we always chanted Ganesha's mantra at the beginning of a class, for instance. I have one on my dashboard in my car, a Ganesha. It's really that reminder to, clear and to move the obstacles away. And it's also represented by planks of a bed, which allows us to really rest and really find that place of peace. This is a great placement. This light of this full moon will also bring in that humanitarian concern. Saturn is a planet of the people. This is happening in Saturn's nakshatra, in Saturn's sign of Capricorn. And it's about service and how do we serve. It helps to make us aware of our gifts. And that's a huge stand I take, is for each and every one of us really understanding what our highest value gifts are, and then to actually be able to step into them and use them. And that's what the Sacred Wealth Code system is all about. And this brings up us all being aware of, what's the humanitarian concern for each and every one of us, and the way we see our equality and the fairness and how that plays out on the planet. So it's really going to help us to be aware of that. And however you're aware of, that humanitarian concern for all of us, that you have a particular vantage point and a particular way you can serve with this. So this is a great full moon to really ask, how can I serve bigger? Where do I fit in this piece of raising up consciousness and bringing us all together in a humanitarian way, and really considering everyone. So sit with those questions during this full moon, so that you allow that to bubble up in a new way for you. Even if you already know what you're here to serve with, there's going to be new insights. That's one of the beauties of this full moon as well, is it allows us to open up and receive great, deep insights. It's also ruled by the universal gods, the Vishwadevas. And these deities, there's 10 of them, and they give us lots of our different powers in this in this mythology of India. So truth and power and joy and willpower and abundance, and even the connection to our ancestors and our ancestral line. This also gives us the power to, they said, to unchallenged victory, to really attain unchallenged victory. So again, if you go back, like Ganesha's clearing the way, we have the ability to focus, we've got the light within, we have the light shining on our path, and unchallenged victory, meaning that, really this is a time to put yourself out there in the inspired action that you have been wanting to, that maybe you haven't been able to, whether that's a project, whether that's a book, whether that's something in your business, that's something in the work that you're doing, whether that's charity work. What is it that, that you've been wanting to start or wanting to take to the next level and haven't been able to get clear on, or just haven't found that the productivity and the passion to get started? This full moon gives you that and gives you the ability to see it all the way through. It's a beautiful time to start something new. Again, whether that's something you already have going on with some of the things that I mentioned, or something that's brand new to you. And if you're like, okay, well, I have this idea, but it's too much to start on the 23rd of this month. Well, starting it is setting the intention. That's always the first thing in starting anything. So set a very clear intention around what it is that you're wanting to create, or you're wanting to bring together, or you're wanting to collaborate on, however it's showing up to you. The first step is always setting a very clear intention. This also gives us the ability to focus deeply. So this is just such an auspicious energy, hard word to say sometimes, to focus very deeply and to, again, see it through and to get done the task at hand too. So if you have been working on something, or you've been wanting to and you can't, and you're more into the project, it's not something new, have a hard time getting it done, this right around this full moon, day before, day after as well, you'll be able to really sink in. Your consciousness and brain and mind will be able to sink in really deeply and be able to focus enough. Like when you have a needle on a record and it's got a lot of scratches and it skips all over the place, but when it sinks into that deep groove in the vinyl still gives us some of the best sound. It takes a little while, to sink in and not have any distractions, but when you do, you'll really be able to, create or focus or get done the details, whatever it is that you've been skipping over the surface on. It also gives you the ability to penetrate deeply into knowledge. So if you are studying something, or there's something you want to study, or just diving into spiritual texts, you're going to be able to, other messages are going to be able to come through. It's going to land in you in a different way. You're going to get the depth. That's the thing here. The more light we have, the more choices we can see, the more things we can see. And the light of this full moon gives us that ability to really go deep with things. So give yourself something to go deep with. Meditation, whatever your spiritual practice is, give yourself more time and really sink into that depth, because spiritual opening here, really opening to the mystical and that unknown energy. So if you normally meditate for 10 minutes, give yourself 20, give yourself 30 and see what happens. If you don't meditate at all, sit down, close your eyes, breathe, put on some lovely music. Give yourself an opportunity to tune into the world behind the eyes. There's so much there. It's such a beautiful, mysterious place. Now, I also want to make you aware of, and also I do want to say, is whatever's coming up for you around this, like what are you studying? What is it that you want to learn more about? What are you starting? What are you finishing up? Leave in the comments below. I'd love to hear what that is for you. We also have a couple of the energies I want to talk about as far as the planet Saturn and its opposition to all the other planets as they're all marching through Cancer. We've already had Venus move through Cancer, and Mars has just moved into Cancer and has moved through Gandanta, where it's kind of liminal between the worlds, and you're going to feel your mojo come back. You're going to feel your productivity, your inspiration that ability to feel like you're making forward momentum, and that is coming back now with the leadership that Mars you can feel through the planet Mars, through the honorable warrior being in Leo. Very strong leadership's you're gonna be able to find that place within you. Now also remember with Saturn's the planet of truth or consequences. That's the administrator, the great organizer, and whatever's not true for us, it'll crush to dust basically, or we'll have to face the consequences of the lack of truth. So all of the planets, which represent different aspects of you, are coming into opposition with Saturn. It's already been happening, and then over the next month, and this, not everything except for Jupiter. So we're on many levels, we're feeling like, okay, is this true? Is this not true? Is this true? Oh, where do I need to recalibrate here? Where do I need to slow down? Saturn's always going to make you slow down, checks and balances, make sure that things are in alignment. Saturn's really strong right now in Capricorn. So as you're feeling that, just give yourself the space to slow down. It's okay if it's not moving super fast. Saturn wants you to go deep, kind of like the depth we were talking about with this moon as well. We'll have Mercury moving into Cancer on the 25th, and it'll be there through the 8th. Now, Mercury has been in a place in Gemini after being with all the eclipses, and we've been really able to start to sort through all the change that happened in June through those eclipses. And now as it's going to move into Cancer, we're going to be able to communicate about the feelings that we're having about things, and be able to communicate with each other and be in a more let things land into our heart, because it doesn't matter what thought we have. You know, when you say, oh, my heart just wasn't in it, if we don't get the heart in it, then we usually don't manifest, we don't create those things. So with Mercury, the great communicator, moving, it's going to give you an opportunity to really check in with those feelings and use your manifesting ability by applying your feelings to what it is that you want to create. It'll have to face off with Saturn too, but it's okay. If we slow down, we're going to be able to continue to move through this time and make sure that are we really on purpose? Are we on path? Are we in truth here? The Sun will also come into Cancer, is in Cancer, and it's also facing that leadership is all within us, is also facing that checkpoint with Saturn. So energy is always moving and shaking in different directions. All you need to do is stay on your purposeful path, really use the light of this full moon. If you're wanting more information about how to have a reading with me, or to come into one of my programs to study more about the Sacred Wealth Code, or if you're a conscious woman visionary and you want to really take your gifts and move them out into the world for that impact and that purpose, that prosperity that you want to align with, you can check out the Soulutionary Blueprint program below as well. So much love to you.